Biker Blues. Custom designed casual apparel available exclusively at your Harley-Davidson dealer. For the dealer nearest you, call 1-800-LOVE-TO-RIDE. We're just 22 miles from the home of Kevin Atherton up across the border in White Pigeon, Michigan. Atherton raced his first race on this track in 1980 and obviously learned his lessons well, because he is the fast qualifier here this afternoon, and he achieved that by running way up on the top of this racetrack by the cushion. Number 23 on the Ben Ford sponsored Total Control Racing Harley-Davidson. Not a good guy to bet against here this afternoon, Bill.
Well, I think all that track time he had, he put to good use, because he's looking real good right now, and he's going to be one of the guys to beat.
Highlight from his qualifying heat race, and we begin to see the pattern with this racetrack. Big cushion up on the top, little groove down on the bottom. Atherton rode the cushion to win.
Kevin, I'm not sure if it's the cushion track, if it's your home track, or exactly what it might be, but what do you attribute this great ride to in that first heat race?
Hell, I contribute to my Harley-Davidson. I'm just out here having fun. I'm glad you're all out here to watch it.
One other element there. That was the first heat of the day, leading to some discussion of track conditions. Atherton wins it over Georgie Price. The youngster gets a direct transfer to the main event. The rest of those guys are going to the semi. We'll talk more about how this racetrack shapes up as we go to the next heat. Chris Evans, the Canadian, is number 14. Kevin Barnes, number 89, and 98 Brett Beyer. 72 is Larry Pegram. 82 Tommy Colson. 32 is Kenny Coolbeth, the youngster who starts on the pole with another good qualifying run. Green light flashes. We'll cover this one all the way because we want to talk about the racetrack conditions. This thing is very, very deep coming out of turn 2 and down the backstretch and into turn 3. And as they head down the backstretch on the first of 10 laps in this qualifier, the big move around the outside is by the Canadian Chris Evans, who loves that kind of real estate. Bill, we're already seeing a little groove on the bottom, but this cushion up top is something else.
Well, there's two types of riders. There's the groove riders and the cushion riders, and both of them have their cake and eat it now. The guys who like the top, they're going to go up top and just have at it, and the guys who like the groove, they got their piece of real estate to race on, but Chris Evans is making it all look easy right now.
Evans is known as a cushion track rider, but he's developed a style here that seems to take him in on the high side, and then he comes down onto the groove. He's trying to get the best of both worlds here.
Yeah, he turns it in the cushion. He gets his launch off there, but he wants to be on the black stuff coming off the corners. I mean, he's a smart rider, and he's making the best of both worlds.
Larry Pegram, number 72, is on the move. He's challenging Tommy Colson down the back, reaches up with the left hand, flicks away a tear off. When you've got cushion like that, that means you've got a lot of dirt spraying up on the face shield. Evans wheelies off the corner as Pegram tries to work his way through the traffic. He got a pretty bad start, and ahead of him you can see the trio of Brett Beyer, Kenny Coolbeth, and Kevin Barnes, and they're trying to chase down the leader Evans, who's in a serious tank slapper. Kicked the motorcycle out of gear. No, he broke it. I think the chain came off, Bill.
Yeah, I think he hit one of those ruts, and bingo, like that, the chain came off. He's rolling to a stop down the backstretch.
What a huge disappointment for the former Canadian national champion. Evans, always spectacular, up on the outside, up on the cushion. Here he comes off the turn, and let's see if this was as close to crashing as it appeared there for a moment.
Well, I think he probably got a little excited. He hit one of the ruts. He got sideways, and right now he's out of power. He's wondering what happened. He wants to be going. Chain's gone, and that's a disappointment.
One of the points is that you do try to steer with power. When you ride the cushion, you do it all with the throttle. When the chain breaks, that means you really can't steer the thing the way you want it.
Exactly.
So it's Evans with hard luck, and that means Brett Beyer is going to inherit the lead. But Kenny Coolbeth made short work of Beyer, and Coolbeth has taken over the top spot. A showcase for the youngsters here. I want to ask you more about that cushion. We talked about the fact that Atherton had a little smoother racetrack. This thing is very, very deep, and even though they intend to condition it between each race, I'm wondering if that cushion's going to be too rough to ride by the end of the day.
Well, it'll be good for a couple laps, but I don't think anybody can stay up there for the full distance.
Daytime half miles typically have that blue groove on the bottom. Today, at least for the moment, we have the option. Ride the groove on the bottom or go up high in the cushion. Pegram, number 72, seems kind of stuck back there. He's been battling with Tommy Colson. He got around him once and then got out of shape, and Colson passed him back. And so for Pegram, who said, well, last night wasn't that big a deal, this heat race has been a struggle. For Coolbeth, it's all kind of fallen his way. The leader, Chris Evans, stopped in front of him. And Kenny is now running away with this thing. For a youngster to perform like this on this kind of racetrack is pretty impressive.
Well, it shows you what a talented young individual he is. He's really got a bright future in the sport, and he's able to ride both sides of the race course, the inside or the outside, and quite frankly, he's making it look easy.
18-year-old kid out of Connecticut, big star of the future in Grand National Racing, has the lead over Beyer, and then it's a long gap back to Colson. And the continuing battle between now number 17, Aaron Hill, and number 72, Larry Pegram. This trio have been at it a long time. Look at Colson up on top. He's pedaling that thing through the rough stuff, but Hill gets the better of it.
Well, the inside is smoother and you can be more consistent. The outside might be a little bit faster, but it's hard to be consistent.
And you saw Beyer running right down the middle of the blue groove there. As the laps begin to wind down, White is out. Aaron Hill takes over third spot, but Coolbeth paddles a little out of turn two. He's going to win this thing comfortably if he doesn't pitch it away in the last half lap. A teenager out of high school now, riding for the Gardner Walters Brothers Racing Team based in Peoria, Illinois. The rider from Connecticut, a lot of people think this is a match made in heaven. Checkered flag falls as Coolbeth wins it. The second transfer position will go to Brett Beyer. The rest of the field comes streaming past the checkered flag. But Aaron Hill, Tommy Colson, and Larry Pegram are going to the semifinal. Let's go trackside now. Larry Myers is with the winner.
Kenny, the man that just pushed your motorcycle away, said you wrote it right down there where I told you, and it was perfect. Now, what was the secret?
Well, Billy he knows what he's talking about, so I just sort of listen to him, and if I don't think it's right, I just try it once and see what happens. But it sort of worked.
It sort of worked?
Yeah, it worked real good.
Once you got down there and it was working well for you, did you experiment at all, or did you stay in the same lines?
I came down just a little, but I was just hanging in there. I didn't want to make any mistakes.
The man in question is Bill Weebler. He builds the bike. Chris Evans gets a push back to the pit area from number 17, Aaron Hill. No doubt thinking about what might have been. We'll take a break and be right back.
In our continued